Hello Riders and Note. Today on the vlog is a mint build.
Two.
And this time is not a Sportster, it's a Softail with a very fat rear called Muscle.
Oh, it's called the Mint Muscle.
Mint Muscle?
Muscle.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bit of a muscly bike.
Yeah.
And the bloke that owns it's a lardy, muscly person.
Everything I like, taken off, thrown in the bin.
You need to tell him that. Go and finish your cigarette and then you can do a piece to camera.
What happened was Simon put on Facebook that he was no longer building any more bikes, and the last two bikes were in-house, ready to start the final builds for customers. I've known Simon probably 20 years, and that then made me think, hang on a minute, neither of them bikes are mine, and you promised you'd build a bike with me at Mint, which again would be a Harley Davidson. So I then scoured eBay, internet for a Harley Davidson donor, which was this bike, which was a Harley Davidson Dynaglide, old G-Reg 1989. And I went up to Glasgow to pick it up the very next day, got it back. Simon wasn't around, so I spoke to Sam and said, don't tell your dad, I'm going to bring him a motorbike. And he said, really? So that was how it happened. I dumped the bike in here for Simon to see when he next come in a couple of days later, to which I got a phone call. Someone's dumped a motorcycle in my garage, get it out. And then that's how we're now where we're at, because I didn't come and get it back, and I've helped him along the way.
The bike was built in Scotland. The original bike that Adam drove up to Scotland to get it, but it was in such a state that we cut it up, started again, we altered the headstock angle, we made a whole new rear end, whole new seat frame on it, pulled everything out, detailed everything, KTM front end, Brembo brakes, and billet yokes, and yeah, no, completely rebuilt it.
So it started as a custom bike already?
It started as a custom bike. It was built up in Scotland, yeah, and yeah, Adam drove up and brought it down, and he dropped it off, and I said I wasn't building any more bikes for anybody else. That was that time. and he just left it in the workshop and told Moose, my middle son, said, when your dad gets in, tell him to build something out of that. Yeah.
And that's how it started?
That's how it started, yeah. Yeah, that is, yeah.
It turned out incredible.
It did. I wonder if I could dig out a picture of how originally it was.
Oh, well, that's good, and maybe he has one.
I might have
maybe
one.
You have
we'll
one.
insert it here
Yeah, it
somewhere.
would be nice. Yeah, we will pop it somewhere.
Here.
All over the place, so
yeah.
you can
so you can
see
have a look at what it looked like when it before.
So basically, you stripped it off, rebuilt the rear
complete
frame.
bare frame. The head angle was raked out. I've brought it back into stock, which Adam didn't like the fact that we'd ripped it right down, and I'd cut the front off and I'd cut the back off. I said we're starting again. Adam bought me a brand new tank, and then he came back the next day, and I'd cut the whole bottom of the tank out because I wanted it to sit as low as I could. So I just cut the whole bottom of the tank out and re-welded it, and yeah, everything he brought me, I was like, no. And then he wanted skulls and flames and big bars, and I'm like, no. And then originally the whole tank was that orange, not like your fingernails. They're loud.
They are.
Yeah,
they are
loud.
to match the bike. Especially for that video, I had my nails done.
Yeah. Bully that painted the bike originally painted the whole tank orange with just a black pinstripe. So this is what it did look like. All orange with a pinstripe. And I thought it was too orange. And it was too much, so I backed it, yeah, and said just fill it in black, just leave the side panels. So, and then we had the hubs powder coated to make it look like the wheels were spinning in midair, and yeah, it was a really cool build. It was quite a long build, but it was a cool build to do. We brought it up to date with some better brakes. I made some flat bars, and
We made it in the house.
yeah, bars are made in house. Yeah.
I'll grab the camera and we will go through the details, and I'll ask you where it's from and what it's done, because I know that people will ask about that.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, why not? Run, Forrest.
Nice jumper to match the bike.
Yeah, it's got my dinner down it. Spag bog. I think, don't matter none, it was a nice dinner.
Okay, the levers.
These are actually stock.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
And you
stock.
shaved them?
But I shaved them and I hooked them out. I heated them up and bent them out.
Wow. I had no idea they are stock.
Yeah, they're stock.
It looks so
And,
much better like this.
And these are the stock clamps, but I shave all the sides off. I then just got them on, because everything on there had to
And
be
that's a long
brushed.
beam.
That's dip and main beam, yeah. That all comes through the bars. Yeah, I just shaved them all down. These are BSA grips. But yeah, it needed to sort of fit with how the bike was. And then we went through about 4 boxes of Scotch cloth.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Because it was quite shiny.
Yeah.
And I'm not a massive fan. I like brushed aluminium look. I mean, even 2 years down the line, it's still in pretty good nick. But you basically clean this bike with a bit of polish, Scotch cloth, and WD-40.
What did you struggle with the most, except from struggling with Adam's choices?
The tank, tunnelling the tank, and getting that right. I struggled with that quite a bit, and we had a few leaks in that to start off with, because it's quite an intricate cut for the bottom of that for it to sit as low as it does. And other struggles we had, apart from the problems with the starter and the sprag and everything that was in the primary, that's probably about it. It was reasonably straightforward.
I've really gone to town with the parts. Everything that's gone on the bike has been the best that I could afford. So there's been no budget really for this bike. Don't tell my wife, because she'll
we
kill
realised by the tab.
me. Yes, not just that, the light that I saw on one of your bikes, I was blown away by
I only
that.
have one.
Yes, and again, they're very expensive, so everything on the bike has been as best as I could afford. So we've spent quite a lot of money. A lot of it's changed, it's evolved along the way. A lot of my ideas that I had didn't work, because I'm not a motorcycle builder. So it's evolved along the way. It's been a great learning process. I've really enjoyed it.
If you come back to the time when you dumped your bike to Mint Custom,
Yes.
would you do it again?
Yes, as much as at times it's been really hard work, you think it's a glorious thing to do, build a motorcycle. It's all the bits you don't see. It's hours and hours of cleaning, sanding, grinding, looking, trying to figure out how something's going to look or work. Again, it's evolved so many different ways, and it's radically changed the shape of the bike, the ride of the bike, so much as he chopped the frame, which made my heart go. He chopped the tank, which definitely made my heart go. You know, brand new tank, and he cut the bottom off it, which was, I wouldn't have the guts to do that sort of thing, but he just cracks on and does it, because he's got the vision. He's having that vision to see the next stage, which is, not everybody can do that. And it's come out far better than I imagined it would. I'm really, really happy with where we're at and how it looks.
What are the controls?
The controls are just billet aftermarket, but I've taken the rubber banding off and then we Scotch clothed them because they were polished.
They look really good.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
And Tom made an exhaust.
Yeah, gave Tom the brief to Hot Rod Tom. We do our... If I can get him to spare me some time to make some pipes, then I will. But other than that, I have to do them on my own. But he was quite interested in doing this. And same brief, straight out.
What is there?
Never go anywhere near Adam if you're in a dusty car park. Go the other side. The air filter's Crime Scene Choppers. It's a cast Cast air filter from
Looks
Crime Scene
really
Choppers.
good on that bike. Works
Yeah, it matches
so
the
well
tank
with
really well,
everything.
doesn't it?
Yeah, the lines are beautiful.
Yeah.
Who made the seat?
See, I made the seat pan, but then it was upholstered by Fred Pound, our upholster. It does
It has like two different fabrics.
Yes, Alcantara.
Yeah, on the top.
Yeah, and leather on the side. Yeah.
I prefer it now after it's
It's
like
faded down
sometimes.
a little bit.
Yeah. Because at the beginning it looked way too like pretty.
Yeah.
For the
He's
look.
done a fair few miles on it now as well. We did the Alps.
Yeah.
We went up to Punta Bagna and
He rode it in the Alps.
he rode it in the Alps. Yeah, all through the
that
twisties
fat rear.
with that fat rear tyre. Yeah.
It looks pretty tricky to ride, to be honest.
Yeah, I think. Well, you'll find out, won't you?
I think so.
Yeah, take it out. I like the rear pulley and the pulley and brake disc setup. That was on the original build. We just added a touch by getting some engraving done on the caliper and what have you. But that's the brake and pulley. That's quite a cool setup.
Yeah.
It's dusty.
What's the number plate bracket?
That's an Yamaha R1 exhaust bracket.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I thought it's like
Yeah.
pre-existing bracket of something else.
Yeah. It just fitted so well. I just welded up the back there and welded a little thing for the light. But yeah, it's off an R1 exhaust bracket.
Nice.
This is all made on the English wheel, the underguard, out of fish scale stainless steel.
It's
it's
very
quite
nicely
cool
like
as well.
reflecting and
Yeah, that's all the fish scale
Yeah.
stainless. That's all been TIG welded in. Funky little M on the fuel cap. There's
and some expensive things.
Yeah, Pingle fuel. Yeah, he insisted on the Pingle, and I'm like, you can just get a Harley fuel tap. No, I want a Pingle.
How much it was?
I think it's about 160 quid.
I know, for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Man's an absolute bloody Fruit Loop. But there you go, horns here. There's two ways of starting it. There's a starter, the direct starter, and there's also a starter button in the end of the handlebar that side. It's a bit of a flagship bike really, because it's a head turner. We've had a few photo shoots and that done with it.
Yeah. It's so photogenic and looks so good.
Yeah.
But I heard it's for sale now.
It's for sale. Yeah, Adam wants he wants a fat boy bagger. He wants to do some miles with his missus on the back and stuff. So he's selling it.
He needs a two-seater.
He wants a two-seater with luggage.
Yeah, with luggage.
Yeah.
How difficult it was to add the forks to the wheel? Or wheel to the forks?
Yeah, I had to get Craig involved in that, the
Yeah.
engineer. Yeah.
So maybe that was the most difficult part.
Yeah,
if
they're
you got Craig
KTM.
involved.
They're 390 KTM fork legs, and we just shaved all the mudguard brackets and that off. But we had to get the yokes bored out because they were off another bike, but they were only 41 mil. So basically, I gave the yokes, the front wheel, and the fork legs to Craig and said,
Do your magic.
make them fit, and he did because he's a magician.
That's sick.
Yeah, we had the Brembo caliper engraved as well with mint and that in it. They're Craig's ideas
looks
actually. They weren't
amazing.
my ideas. He said I could put mint in there. Do you want mint in there? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, why not? But yeah, wiring is really simple. Single throttle cable. That's the whole wiring loom. It's about 6 wires, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah. Stock master cylinder.
So if you would build it again, would you
Yeah.
change something?
I wouldn't go as wide on the back.
You wouldn't. Why not?
No, I think because although once you'll find out when you ride it, but once you're out on the
Straight.
open road and the straight, it's absolutely beautiful. But when you get to twisties or a car park or a mini roundabout, or that's when you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I rode it a little bit here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is challenging when
Yeah.
you go through the lumps and bumps and everything. It's kind of doesn't feel like you are very much in control.
No, but when we did the run down to West Coast Chopper Fest last year, and I'm on a hardtail. He's on that Softail. He's not feeling lumps and bumps like I was feeling them, but just riding next to him, and I was like, "You all right?" And he's like, "Oh yeah."
He enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But that's Adam.
That is Adam. Yeah.
I'll see how I will do
Yeah.
with that.
See how you get on. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah, so I have to show you guys how it is. It doesn't look that big. Or maybe it does. But considering I'm 5'9",
Someone was asking out. They said, "Oh, is that bike really somebody else?" I said, "No, you're 5. I'm only 5'6". Yeah, and you're 5'9". Yeah.
yeah. So I can reach everything. Because I think I'm a little bit taller than Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
It's just he's a unit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like 3 times wider.
Yeah. Ex-commando.
Ex-commando.
Yeah.
But that's how it looks. Proper forwards, which I'm not a big fan of because I don't feel the bike that well. When I'm riding, it feels okay, but like you say, when you're going slower speeds or through like lumpy bits or corners, it's almost like when it's here, you feel like like you feel the tank and feel the bike. Here, I feel like the bike is in control almost.
Well, we'll soon find out.
I'm gonna ride it. Traffic is very busy today. So.
It is, isn't it?
And it's nothing. Like that mirror, I don't know why it's here. That's
He can
probably
see
to
out
put
of it.
Does he?
Yeah. Let me go and stand over here. Hang on.
No, I still can't see you.
I can see you.
But I can't see you. You have to go that way. Yeah, I can see your vans. Just about. But if I have my head up, I see fuck all through that. But it's good to put your lipstick on.
Yeah. Yeah. I do my lipstick in that one.
Yeah, well, I really like little detail like these shaved levers and all the bits and bobs. That works very well in that bike.
They're quite funky, especially if you've had an off and you knock your bobble off. Shave them down.
Yeah, yeah. Customized. Customized original parts. That's the way to go.
Yeah, mate. That's the way to go.
It's definitely a one-off experience to ride something custom and something especially built for somebody. Thank you, Adam. And thank you, Simon, for letting me to do so. I was nervous, I will not hide it, because it's definitely different from what I normally ride or what I rode before. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot more vibrating, what I've noticed as well. And also I've noticed that even though it has a suspension, it almost feels like a hardtail. And I asked Simon why, and he said that Adam upgraded his shock to a touring one. So it's a shock for a big guy, or maybe with a passenger, with all the luggages, and I'm a little part of what it's adjusted to and what it is made for. Shifting gears and the levers, even though, well, while standing still, it feels quite heavy. While I was riding, I couldn't say that I was struggling. I didn't ride long enough to see how tired my hand would get by using the levers, but for that short ride, I didn't struggle at all. Shifting gears very nice and smoothly, brakes, everything, like all the controls and everything, what you have here works perfectly. I was missing a speedo. I regret that I didn't put my quad lock on, because I would probably feel better having some sort of a screen, but it was nice and refreshing have nothing on. And I think I will get used to that very quickly, because I'm not having a speedo, I'm not having indicators, and only having one mirror, but functional mirror on my bopper build. A roundabout was easier than I thought it will be. It was alright. I just took it easy, better safe than sorry. I did it in the first gear, very like nice and easy. And once you open the throttle, once you shift the gear, it's amazing, because it's just like I said, it's a one-off experience, and you can feel everything about that bike, and that's what makes it so unique and so different and so raw, I would say. It is definitely made for somebody like Adam. It's definitely built for a big guy. It's a muscle. It's definitely a muscle, and I felt too small for it. It's not very often I feel small on the bike, because while you're riding you don't feel that, but on this one somehow I felt tiny. I felt like it's a big muscle. It's a bigger animal that is taking me, and that was a great experience, to be honest. Different and great. Once again, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Simon. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my ride. I filmed it differently this time, with a different gear, to record a sound of a bike a lot better, and decided to do voiceovers or piece to the camera at the end. I wanted to record the sound of the engine, because it is so important on the bike like this, and testing new gear, which I will do a full episode about. I'm really pleased with what I saw in the action camera already, and you will see it with me. Let me know what you think about it, because I'm thinking maybe to change, and maybe not always, especially when I do custom bikes, when I get to ride custom builds, to use that short time that I get on the bike to record the most about the bike, and then do piece to the camera. Or you are very, very distracting. I'm trying to concentrate and see. No, what do you have? Oh my God, I know what's coming.
This episode was brought to you by McBitty's Ginger Nuts. Matches the bike, look. You call it ginger
And
nut.
my nails. We are not sponsored by McVitie's.
Not yet.
But if you work for them, could you please blag at least 3 biscuits for us? Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you on the next one.